Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. This time I would like to try and stream Sunken Temple with me talking about the stuff here, how it works and everything. Right now, as you can see, people are overpulling and I wasn't ready for this trash mob. But this is anyway outside of Sunken Temple, so it's not much important. Nobody is dead, and I don't believe that everyone will die or anything. Right now I'm doing this dungeon with a group which is a little higher than me on levels. Some of them, not all of them, of course. Like the warrior is level 54, which is higher than me, I don't know, so he might do some aggro, and the druid is a healer. He was we basically tried to get a level 50 healer, but suddenly he had not enough time to do it, so I will try to run now and ignore the mob. So we speed up this run. Hello. I love this quote. But it's much better to enter the dungeon, and yeah. Okay, let's remove this mask, buff up everyone and get ready for a quick run, so everyone can see how exactly Protection Paladin work in speedrun dungeons or raids. That's basically the mechanic about raids is the same as the dungeons, with a few exceptions. Like the trash clearing is nearly the same, the boss tanking is nearly the same. The exception is the tactics. Let me write their rules. And I'm trying to make the group right now to follow me and my orders, instead of being headless chicken doing whatever they want without respecting the basic rule in the game. And the basic rule in the game is to not ass pull before the tank, to not try to over aggro the tank like a jackass. I say those are usually Battle for Azeroth kits. Mainly they are used on some easy game where the tank have infinite aggro and can do infinite threats and everything. So in classic this is not the case. The people should wait and respect for the tank's threats. But as you see, the warrior tank, the warrior DPS right now is not doing that. They were trying to over aggro me, as he was level 54. He didn't wait even a second. It's okay if he was the same level as me, but right now he's a little higher than me, and he should like give a try. But yeah, in order to prevent this kind of ass pulling and over aggroing people who don't care about their threat meters, all you need as a Protection Paladin is to be faster than them. Before the mob die, you just run to the next mob, and this will give you some extra time to swing a few more times on the boss. And that's how you build up aggro before they do anything. You see, the people are still slacking, you are already on the mob. You run to the next mob, let them kill this mob. See, it's so simple. Just run before them. This gives you opportunity and some minor advantage in front of those who try to over aggro and don't care about meters. Not the DPS meter, but the threat meter. Right now, as you can see, my time between attacks is slower due to the poison, which I really hate, and the druid is not doing his job, and I don't like to waste my mana for things that the healer is supposed to do. It's his job to do these spells on the poisons as a druid. Okay, he was drinking mana. I'm removing my bubble. That's how I try to survive. For some reason I cannot attack, as you can see. The game is lagging sometimes. You know, when you remove the bubble, mobs should turn back to you, and that didn't happen because the blizzards have some minor lags right now. As you can see, the mobs react a little slower. Oh, finally the druid has given me abolish poison, or however it was called. Let me see, holonomy. Okay, the druid healer is not here. I will rely on my own hand. This soul sheet button, which gives me 30% extra armor to survive for the next 2 minutes much easier. I have to be more careful on the healer mana. It's the most important. The damage dealers can drink anytime, so I don't care much about damage dealers. As expected, I got a run. Someone got level. This is how basically it does working in the dungeons as a protection paladin. All you need is still judgment of wisdom and run toward the mobs. If you have some higher level than you, or higher gear, who doesn't care about aggro, because they should worry about the threat meter, but they don't. So it's basically their fault. Classic is all about taking care about your threat. Unfortunately, not everyone is expecting that, which they should. I usually remove such kind of people from the group who doesn't even respect their tank. It doesn't matter if you are a warrior or a paladin. If you have a jackasses in group, they will always be like that. Okay, not everyone are sort of jackasses doing it by purpose, but a lot of people don't even bother to worry about it. Like, unintentional, they don't look out for their threat. It's a normal mobs, they can survive those mobs. I know they are going to be angry because I'm running like that and letting them behind, fighting with the mobs. Yeah, I'm trying to explain him why I do run faster. It's mainly because the mob is about to die and it's not going to kill anyone on that HP. So there is no point waiting. Like these two mobs, there is no point waiting them. I'm trying to explain him that the non-elites are not an issue if they run toward the healers, but even as a warrior tank you can't have such good AoE. So even as a warrior tank there is a point when the group, some of the group or the healer will get some aggro. Right now it's not a case where the healer is dying or have a risk to die from the mobs. If there was a risk of healer dying, I wouldn't run away and do that. But that was not the case now. That's why I usually stun this mob before I run. Until they loot and everything, I'm going to pick the aggro and yeah. Okay, I see someone have pressed the south and I'm north. Someone have to press that one. I will have to run there because people run away from the spot to press the button. So we can summon the boss right here. Yeah. I'm trying to do the normal way without jumping. Because I know all the way in this dungeon in my mind, so I know where should I go. It's usually the north side where the road for the other parties, but I suppose they did jump. I wonder where is the druid right now. Okay, he's coming good. Okay, let's go toward the down boss. So I have to climb up right here a bit, not all the way to the top, but in the middle. Here is the exit. If you go all the way to the top, we go to the next part, but here is the exit to the entrance. So you go left is the downside, right is the upside. It's a bit complicated, this dungeon, but yeah. Many people who don't know this dungeon are going to have issues here finding out the roads. The Shadow Priest right now, he is doing good DPS on the single target. I can assure you that. Current, okay. He is next to the rock, which is normal. The rogue is level 51, the Shadow Priest is level 50. Not many people at level 50 are doing some good DPS as the Shadow Priest, and not many even do. The reason why he over aggroed is because the Shadow Priest don't have the both talents, Discipline and the Shadow for threat reduction. He instead have only the Shadow, the talent. So he's basically doing a little more aggro than he's supposed to. That's why he's over aggroing me on some mobs. Regarding the rogue, he's a semi-twink, like not a twink. But he's really nice geared for his level. I can show you if he comes. Okay, you can see now. He has Trash Blade, he has Hands Sword, and a lot of good items for his level. His typical gankers have nice pack for that. Maybe he can have even better, but for now he has really nice gear. Okay, it will die before something happens. That's the most important thing regarding buffing. Healers are usually getting wisdom, blessing of wisdom. Depends if the healer is making too much aggro, then you can use salvation on him. Otherwise wisdom is the best, because healers are not doing that much threat, but the damage dealers, then you should go for salvation on them. It's like extra 30% damage to them, for them, not because it gives attack power, it's because they do less threat, so they can do more DPS without over aggroing you, regardless if you're a warrior or a paladin. Oh shit, my mistake. I will try to pick them up. Okay. No. Oh well, nice, I can stun the boss. Good, the people are actually nice on this. Great, I was so stupid. I was really stupid. I shouldn't use bubble when I got down, but I did anyway. Mistakes happen.
It's too far away.
I should have removed bubble once I was down, not up.
I need to get closer.
Okay, let's go to the second part right now. As you can see, it goes so well, except the minor issues with the people misunderstanding how I play, like speedrunning and everything. Okay, we'll have to wait this guy. It's good that he at least did follow someone. While running, it's very nice to buff up myself, so there shouldn't be time wasting later regarding buffs. I'll mark them the skull, because casters don't do much damage to people, and they cannot crit with their spells, so it's not an issue if someone take aggro from the casters. It is going to be an issue if someone take aggro from the melee, because the melee is going to kill someone who is leather or cloth, but the caster is not going to kill. If some of the mobs are like 20% or something on HP, we can give an exception. Someone did overpulled. Okay, let's see who did overpull and where. I'll try to run there and see where these noobs are. Why they didn't follow me? Okay, there was a patrol and things that I couldn't see it. Maybe you guys could see it, but I didn't see it, so sometimes I arrive too much. That's normal to miss some patch if you don't see it. Let's kill this imp. One exorcism should be more than enough for this boss. Stun him and let go next. It's a mini boss actually, not a boss. It's nice that you can stun for 5 seconds, meanwhile he'll probably die for those 5 seconds and you go next mobs. As you've seen, one rogue didn't follow the orders, like killing caster first, and he was attacking the melees as it was ordered on my macro at the beginning. That's typical for most of the people. They don't care about kill orders, they just care about DPS and how to be top on damage meters. That is making a lot of runs harder. The healer is drinking mana and my duty is to wait for healer mana. That's normal. Healer mana is nearly 100%, so it's good to go. It's fine if they aggro. Okay, seems I did kept aggro. As far as I see, the warrior is doing his job properly while the rogue isn't. Okay, I was a little slow on my judgment of wisdom. So my seal and judgment of wisdom does regenerate my mana twice. That way I don't have any issues with mana for AoE part, and I can do more often AoE. Why I don't spam my AoE right now is because there is no point spamming it. If the mobs are on me, like if maybe not all time but nearly full time until they go down to 20%, it's more than enough. That's why you don't have to worry so much about damage. You are not a damage dealer, you are a tank and you should keep tanking and do the tanking, not damage dealing. That's the most important for any tank, not just a paladin. If you want to be a damage dealer, then roll DPS, don't be a tank. Keep that aggro or care about pulling. Okay, no point further to wait, stun him and run away. They will kill him. He's still on me, which is fine. That's all. Group is really far away. Okay, they are coming. Oops, my bad. I already pulled it, but he was a bit late telling me. I'll try to. Okay, I got healed. The Shadow Priest was really good and he decided to heal me. Now the Druid is back, which is nice. Okay, I'm frog. It's really bad. Blizzard slacking again. You see, the mobs did turn back to me like few seconds later, not immediately. That's because of the delay system they implemented, which shouldn't be that much. Like now, it's a little too much. And it's causing issues, depend. Not everywhere, but it does cause an issue. Like when you get dispelled from being a crowd controller, the mob doesn't react really fast. Problems like that will happen inside maybe Zul groups, where the mobs does so often crowd controls. Heal guy. I see he's low HP, so normal mobs doesn't do so much damage. That's why we should not care about aggro there. Okay, he knocked me. That means he resets the aggro. There is nothing I can do, neither the warrior taunt can do anything about it. He's simple swapping target all the time, so you can taunt him once, like not all the time. It's not instant cooldown. So the boss is anyway going to swap target, regardless if you are a warrior or paladin tank. As you can see, guys, aggro is not an issue if you're faster than those who want to be hardcore top DPS. The turn damage is making the most of the threat right now. Like you pull one time consecration on a pull, enough to build up decent aggro, and the rest of the threat is going to be kept by returning damage from Retribution Aura and from Blessing of Sanctuary. As you see, this water cooling wave. but he's hitting the right target, which is fine. He's doing a good job. Like, hitting a caster is not going to harm anyone. Maybe a bit to the damage dealer, but it's not going to crit him, it's not going to crashing blow on him or anything, and he's going to survive it much easier. Even a mage can tank casters really easy. It's a spell effect, same damage for everyone, and only resistance gear can reduce that damage, with some exception of 10% by warrior defense, which is not much difference. I'm going to buff the group. Only healers gonna hate me on my runs because I run so fast, and not many healers are used to run that fast. And this was an issue. This is not good. This is the assholes I'm telling you about. You don't want ass pulls by the group. You want the tanks to pull, not random damage dealer. He's going to die, not you. And he's going to receive so much more damage than you. I had to do that as a lesson. He should learn that he should not pull like that. Waiting for the healer to get mana. That's most important for any tank, not just a Paladin tank. As you see, you don't have mana issue as long as you are using Seal and Judgment Wisdom. Unless you have jerks who has pull, you are never going to have problems. See, this warrior is fighting for aggro. One single exorcism on undead is going to win him, but he should not do that. If it was a raid, and if I see a warrior doing that in a raid before the tank pull, regardless if the tank is a warrior or druid or anything, I'm going to kick him. You should know as a damage dealer that you should never ever pull before the tank, no matter what. See the delay again. Rushing over gives me opportunity to regen a little more than I need mana before they even realize where the tank is. But unfortunately this warrior is a little bit more rushing than me. Okay, this was that probably, I don't know, yeah. Probably I forgot that we killed him. Okay, now I will try to regen my mana. Or maybe I will knock the healer a bit more. No, I will regen my mana and I will buff up. If I try to pull two groups, then the healer will force to drink afterwards so I can buff up everyone. But I'm not going to do that trick right now. I will just buff the group and go. I need to decide, I need to check the last entrance that I didn't check for the mini boss. I think there should have been another guy to kill. By the way guys, this is just an experimental speech to see how things go within a sunken temple and to try help out maybe with some tips or not. I know my English is not that great, but I'm trying to just, this is, oh, again. I think I will die. Great that he gave me a bubble. Okay, we got it better. We have a nice. The Shadow Priest is doing his job actually. He know how I play. He have been with me in many rounds. While the warrior and the druid have never been with me. I see they're from the same guild as the Shadow Priest. It's his guildiers that he called them in a group. But yeah, see, the warrior did something that you should never do. I usually let people die in that case when they has pulled before.
Rise up, Atal'Hakkar. Rise up.
I think one guy jumped down. Wait the water to come. Yeah, I suggest to go through the normal roads and not jumping down like everyone is doing. People are used to cheat and stuff like that, but I don't really like that. I don't want to play a game and to cheat the game on something that was made unintentional to do. I would like to play a game, not to rush for a world first race on some stuff. Like, if I want to cheat, I will use some programs and cheat the whole game so I can do solo this dungeon and not doing this with groups. I will rush instantly to level 6 and everything, but that's like so stupid to do. skip stuffs and everything. Even if you skip, that should be like extremely minor thing to do, like minor skipping, not whole way and whole road to skip only because everyone is doing that or people want to abuse things. This curse is making me take so much physical damage. That's why I'm asking the druid to remove curse, because only druids and okay, let's see. I did request the group to kill the skull. It's a caster mob. That mob doesn't do so much damage and they can kill him without problem. If you see mob have mana on him, depends sometimes, but if you, most of the mobs who have mana on them, they are usually doing low damage towards, I mean low physical damage they do usually. I'm not talking about the raids, but mostly for the dungeon mobs. See, these mobs don't have mana and they are going to do high physical damage, so I have to push harder on my threat. I need to hit like 1 or 2 times this second mob. Okay. This mob actually is doing sleeping to the group, that's why it is so important to kill him first. I need to heal myself and remove bubble at the same time. That's why we kill the current caster mobs, because they sleep people. I need to explain them which target they should kill and why. Otherwise they are going to wondering, oh, why to kill that? Why should we care about it? This mob is actually sleeping. If they sleep the tank, the group is doomed. If they sleep the healer, the tank is doomed. Well, the people actually didn't kill the skull first in this group, as you can see, which was a mistake. As you can see, tanking as a power protection Paladin is not that hard. All you need to is just to learn how to play. Right now you can see I'm not even spec into a dungeon spec, so instead of reconning I got the raid spec instantly, and the raid spec is to have one-handed weapon spec, because I'm not going to eat crits for reconning, and one-handed weapon spec actually increase your physical and steel resistance damage by 10% if you have 5 talents in there, which is really good. So I don't plan to respec all the time. This group is going to be nasty. We have 2 sleepers. I'm really slow on marking. That's what I hate. I know the healer was sleeping right now, but I didn't notice it. I will try to get that on later for that. Right now I don't have it, so I have to take a look. But for my luck, I had Leon hand ready for that. So okay, now I have 2 consecration on this group done. There is no way for them to get aggro from me, except the mob that I didn't care about. Now it's time to chill out, drink my coffee. If you could see my camera, you could see right now that I'm drinking my coffee. Don't do anything, and just regenerating my mana from the single target. The threat is there. Not everyone in this group has threat meter, so fortunately you can't see that. Trying to explain them to not rush there, because the mob fear will make us swipe. Simple explanation to the noobs who don't bother about kiting the ghosts here is to fear them. Tell them kite the ghost or die. It's like simple explanation for everyone to understand that. Otherwise they are going to wonder why, questioning and everything. So simple explanation should do the job here. I drink my mana because I had to buff the group, otherwise I don't care much about drinking mana. I did two consecrations here for more threat. I have to stun this because some guy has full. I mean over aggro that mob. That's why I told them to go back. Okay, we are going to try something. Oh, my bad. Okay, we have done nice right now, and I think we'll survive this. My mistake was that I didn't use at least classical protection on that guy, but even if I did, the caster mob would have killed him. I'm going to troll this guy a bit. As you can see, the Shadow Priest right now didn't DPS the caster. He thinks that I'm not noticing people who are doing bad, but I actually do notice people who don't do their job. As I said, the caster should die first, and I see so far the warrior in this group, the warrior and the rogue did a great job, especially warrior is doing a really nice job. These corpse eaters are killing them by eating some dead bodies. The rogue went into correct spot, that's why it's not a problem. Range pull for Paladin when they're around that. But someone did over aggressed before they come to me, so that's normal with random groups. I'll have to pull the next group so we don't waste so much time. They're going to die and disappear, the ghosts. Fear coming. Not getting fear to the boss. At least less headwich from over aggroing. Buffing people. Oh, I see why they did got aggro so easy. They didn't have salvation on them, which is normal. Yeah. I'll ask them to kill the skull first because it's a yellow level. So you can actually do some more threats on the orange. Meanwhile, we are fighting on the yellow. The orange is going to resist a lot of my attacks and everything. This boss actually is doing sort of crowd control, mind controlling the people, but as a protection paladin, you have advantage there because you can remove the mind control thing using bubble to 1. Now you are removing the mind control. That's something the warriors couldn't do, and until the next mind control happens, boss is dead. This is a big advantage. The mind control is coming in 5, but the boss is probably going to die in a while. So there is no mind control because the boss did die before anything happened. I think they are going to pull there. There are drakes who fly fast there. If they are not careful, they are going to die. By the way, I have bought this for 100 gold, which is the best item before AQ 40 for a protection paladin, and it's more on my level. It's really nice shoulders. Oh shit. They did pull 2 of them, which is going to be nasty right now. But I have a good group, so I believe we'll do it. Ouch. Okay. I think I have enough threats to survive him even without mana. I'm going to try to regenerate some mana meanwhile. No, the finger with defense didn't drop, but it did drop the pack with stamina. Sometimes people don't particularly know what Paladins need. I'll keep this cloak for nature resistance gear for AQ. Okay. Forgot to buff the group, but I will do it next time. This consecration should be enough to keep them all until the end, until they're killing the skull. All of the mobs will have enough threats on me. So I can regenerate my mana meanwhile. By the way, they're hitting hard because my armor is completely wiped out, but now it will be fine. The healer is good. That could handle me despite the armor reduction. Now I have enough mana for buffing the group because I have pushed hard a bit at the beginning on the threat and later I have so much time to regenerate my mana. Druid don't have much mana, I'll have to wake him later to drink. Okay, someone was over aggroing the mob. It's my mistake there. Later we'll kill this. We'll have to kill all the mobs around this dungeon, otherwise every single mob from the dungeon will come for the last boss when we pull. That's why we'll have to kill them. Two casters. This is really bad. Okay, I took aggro with, but things I couldn't manage to keep it out because the warrior already did so much aggro there. He pulled that mob before I even came to him. So it is typical with packs to have this sort of people who ass pull and overpull stuff, but it's not an issue because that mob was caster mob, and I told him it's no problem if he go hard on the caster mob. Have to try and dispel the sleeping people here. By the way, the Wanderer I think are those who reduce my armor, but yeah, the healer is good. He can manage to keep me up even with the armor reduction. It's interesting. Drop. No point to stay there. He's going to die really quick. see the warrior doesn't even wait, and he's like 3 levels higher than me, or 4 levels higher than me. He doesn't even 3 levels, sorry, and he doesn't even bother waiting for threat. He just instantly charge out and pull his best. That's why I'm trying to be a little faster, so I can have time to build up a little more threat before he do anything. Even if they over aggro at the end of the mob health point, it's not a problem, the mob will die. It's nice time to stun him and move on. Seems nobody have the egg. I'm joking then, because they are asking me silly questions, silly answers. That's normal. If you ask a right question, you will have a right answer. If you ask a silly question, you will have silly answers. Like I'm asking them for X in order to summon the boss, but they're asking me like what X. If they don't know what X, then I will answer them like the same way they ask. It's normal to communicate with people, but those who are pretending something, it's not normal. Okay, I think this is the last one. So we can finally go for the last boss after this. They're going to kill that boss mob before he reaches them. He's not going to kill them, you see? The mob died, so there is no point to panic. 2 sleepers here, but it's not a problem. By the way, guys, we're doing this without AoE. I mean, only the warriors have. The warrior right now have AoE. Otherwise, there is no real AoE like mages or anything here. So it's only me and the warrior who do some semi-AoE damage. And we still do this dungeon really easy, without problems. It's a smooth run either, because people do their job. If people don't do their job, it's not going to be smooth, it's always going to be hard, regardless if you have AoE in your group or not. Leroy Pumpkins. Come on, give me the finger. Nah. There is no finger drop. It's actually Nice weapon, but my weapon is better. Yeah. Just inform you that self-righteousness causing our weapon procs to proc double. If the weapon have like 5% chance to proc, self-righteousness is making him like proc 10%. It's increasing our proc rate because it works same as a physical attack, so it is some sort of form of 2 attacks. This boss is actually a red level for me, and he's doing some sort of let me give sanctuary to him. I'm going to hit him behind. I know that I will do less threats right now because it's a normal level for him. He's level 54, so the boss is like yellow level. For me it's like orange. You see? That's how town swap work out. That's how swapping target work as a protection paladin and warrior. Oh, hope he don't die. Have to try heal him, otherwise he's going to die. This is the most easy thing how to kill this boss, and that's how we're killing it right now. Yeah, great job. The warrior actually did know how to do, and he did his job perfectly. Just to let you know, guys, why we do this way in this boss. It's because the boss wipe out the whole threat from you when he sleep you. So for Paladin tank you cannot get the threat back, but if you have a DPS warrior in a group with some sort of random shield, it's not going to be an issue. He can survive it. The boss is not doing that high damage, it's mostly the nature damage, the breath, which is the same damage anyway if it's a DPS or tank. I'm going to place this. So if you have a warrior damage dealer or feral druid who is going to soak those sleeps, you can do this boss without anyone get harmed. if you don't have a secondary guy who can taunt or anything when the tank is asleep, the possibility for the whole group to die is really big. Anyway, thanks all for watching, have a nice day. It was experimental speech doing this dungeon, so if you have some questions, feel free to ask them on my YouTube channel. Yeah, feel free to ask in this video any question that you need to ask, especially regarding this dungeon. Bye bye.